Alright, so here we are in the Viscount's Keep to collect Aveline. And one of these days I'm gonna get this commentary right. I actually have commentaries prepared after this scene, but for whatever reason I can't get this one right, so I have to keep coming back to it, and I can't upload any of the others until I get this one done, so... hopefully. Alright, talk to me, Aveline.
Aveline!
Hello, Hawke.
Nice to see I'm missed.
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
Fun fact, I've mentioned before that the 3 conversation options on the right of the conversation wheel are keyed to numbers on the keyboard, 1, 2, and 3. But there's no way that I've found to ask any of the questions on the left by using the keyboard. So that's a bummer, but in the Mass Effect, in Mass Effect 1, possibly in Mass Effect 2, don't remember, you cannot use the keyboard to ask any of these questions, but you can use the spacebar to select them, so go figure.
I'm a Ferelden in Kirkwall. I don't have much say in who I deal with.
Bust some teeth, then buy the drinks. It worked here, but guards can be strange like that.
You have a unique charm, Aveline. I doubt the same would work on the dwarf.
If you're stuck, at least bring me along. I could sleep through the jobs I'm given here. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Alright.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
It's not how I wanted to say goodbye. I'll say that.
You can't go home again. That's supposed to be about maturity. It's not the same if you don't have the option.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Kalen.
It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. You and Carver must have felt something similar. I don't know if that's right to say. I barely knew him.
I don't dwell on it. I guess we had that in common.
Then I would have liked him.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
Alright, so some of you may be wondering why I don't just ask my questions top to bottom, left to right. Well, essentially it's because I've played this game so many times that I already know what all the responses are going to be. And so I have tried to start choosing my questions in the order that feels most natural in the conversation. But anyway. Also, this job that Aveline is about to tell me of, if I do not complete it, or if I do not accept the quest, Aveline throughout the game just remains a normal city guard. If I do complete it, then she becomes captain of the guard in the next act, so that's kind of cool.
Alright, Aveline. You have something worth doing?
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
So actually, the fact that... the fact that this game basically spans 7 years of time created opportunities for the developers to pursue plot lines that would take much too long in a game that only went for like 1 year or a few months. So I appreciate the experiment, you know. I think I think it was pulled off fairly well. I think this game is far less epic, perhaps, than Dragon Age Origins. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? Like I said, the narrative structure of this game is very intriguing to me. Things like, you know, Aveline becoming captain of the guard. That wouldn't have happened in a year, and if it in a different game. And if it did happen in a year, then it wouldn't feel so important. The decisions that Hawke makes in Act 1 like resonate all the way through to the end of Act 3. So I really did like that. A lot of decisions that you make in, especially in older games, but a lot of decisions that you end up making that might seem significant at the time do not ever have real consequences later on. There might be a mention of it in the epilogue or something, but it doesn't actually affect anything. So this was quite refreshing.
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
Very funny.
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
I have contacts, and they're complaining about a lack of meat. Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And 1 or 2 were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this job? You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
Okay.
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone else will lead a patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
Do you have a name or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers, though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
All right. Let's go break some necks for the greater good.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Alright, Aveline, let's go tank it up.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Good day, Sir.